Hey, what's up, everyone out there? Welcome to another episode of the Addicted Fishing Podcast. We got just a few people in the studio tonight, but we have a new face. You want to introduce yourself, buddy?
What's going on, guys? My name is Mavrik. Mavrik Joos from Minnesota.
Out here hanging out with us.
Fishing for some
salmon.
It's an honor to be here.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for coming out. And, of course, we have Clint in the studio with us tonight, recording it and sitting in.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Should be all right. Dialed.
So if the audio doesn't sound like absolutely amazing on this one, it's because Clint's not listening to it because he's sitting in it.
It's all right. It'll work out.
We decided to recruit Clint for the show tonight, so.
Yes. He's been...
And last night.
And last night. Yeah, Clint got the extra hours last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mav is kind of traveling. If you guys don't know who Mav is, we'll put a link down and below to his YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. But you are basically traveling around the country just living in your truck.
Yeah, that's been the whole premise of it, yeah.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking, that's the motto, man. I mean, I've been on the road now for, 4 months? Give or take, 2 weeks. I've taken 2 weeks off, sleeping in beds and stuff. But yeah, 4 months about.
So what states have you gone through so far?
It's been mostly West Coast centric. By mostly, I mean it's been just the West Coast. So the first time I came out here, I drove through the South Dakota and then Montana, up to Washington, and then down to Northern California. I only got as far as Sausalito, and then I had to drive all the way back to Minnesota because I had a Muskie trip planned in Canada. So I drove all the way back to Minnesota, straight shot. Hit North Dakota on the way home. And then on this trip, I basically shot from Minnesota all the way back down to Southern California. And I've been Southern California to Idaho and then back to Washington.
Back to Washington?
Yeah.
That's freaking insane, dude. So what was kind of the reason behind it all? What made you want to just get in your truck and freaking roll around and live in it?
That's the $1 million question. I mean, I was getting kind of sick of, experiencing the same things out in Minnesota. I mean, I just knew that there was more out there to get done, and I wanted to do it on the cheap. I feel like I'm pretty frugal. So, I didn't want to spend a bunch of money, and I wanted to get on fishing stuff. And I want to get on fishing opportunities that were different. So
I can attest to that because we went to the casino the other night and he literally started with $40 and cashed out with $38.
Oh yeah,
it's like that.
It's like an ATM fee going to the casino. Just play a few slots and get your money back.
But it was a good time. It was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun. So Mav's out here. We're filming some content actually for both of our channels. So we were able to get out and do salmon fishing one day.
Yeah.
Which was a grind.
Yeah, it's been a grind. I mean, we've gone salmon fishing twice, and I don't know what's going on. If it's the weather or what, but it's been a grind.
It is not good fishing right now. And typically so basically what's happened is in the Northwest right now, as a lot of you addicts listening know, we haven't had rain for a long time. So a lot of the rivers are super, super low and the fish just aren't coming. And so to protect the resource, a lot of the, WDFWs closed a lot of rivers down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but in the long run, it's better for all of us because we want fish to be able to return in the future. So
yeah,
that's why
we
got thrown a bad roll of dice.
Bad bone.
What was fun was day one though. We did end up landing on a just pod of fish.
Yeah, we found a bunch of coho, which was awesome. That was crazy. I never had fishing like that before.
And then yesterday we went and did some crabbing.
Got some crabbing. Barely squeaked out. Clint and I barely squeaked out a legal crab. We got a 6 1/4 incher. So for those of you that are in the Pacific Northwest, that's the area that we were in. It's a 1/4 inch over. So we got blessed by the fish gods yesterday. Somebody's looking down on us.
Did you eat it?
We did. We cooked it up in the back of the truck. There's going to be a video on my channel probably within the next couple weeks here. So
that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
We caught some surf perch and stuff too, which was a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was a grind.
It was a grind.
All the way to the very end, dark 30, supposed to be off the docks, and
and it's funny, all you addicts out there. I got a story that you could probably relate to because basically, the reason Mav came out here was he was kind of, I think, looking for some areas to go film some other content,
100%.
And I had texted him and said, "Dude, the salmon fishing is bonkers.
Yeah,
come out here and fish because we were smashing some salmon. It was really, really good." And then Mav goes to Idaho, films a bunch of cool stuff there, and then hits it here on his way back. And by that time, the rivers had dropped extremely low.
Yeah.
They closed a bunch of rivers on us. They moved some rivers to 1 fish limits, and the fishing just changed that quick. And all you addicts out there, I'm sure, that live in the Northwest can really relate to that.
Yeah, everybody felt that. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's fishing. It doesn't change.
No.
Nothing you can do about it.
Any kind of fishing, that stuff happens.
I think that's why we all love fishing.
Right.
So freaking much.
It makes
because
the good
it's
times better.
Exactly. Those days that then you float down and you have these just beat down days, you're chasing those all the time.
Right.
chasing that next straight. So what's next, you think? What are kind of your plans like? Are you going to go keep traveling around in the truck and living in it, or?
Yeah, no, I want to do at least a year in the truck. I might be kind of jumping the gun on that because I am going back home for Thanksgiving, and I'm kind of kicking around the idea of like staying back home for the month of December just until Christmas, just so I can spend some time with my family. I'm an only child, so my parents kind of miss me a lot.
They're calling you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense now.
Oh yeah, okay. Here comes the jokes. Here comes the jokes.
I'm just kidding.
But no, so I'm gonna go back home for Thanksgiving, see some family, and then I might end up staying back in Minnesota until Christmas. Just knock out some ice fishing stuff. I'm gonna do I really want to do some winter camping stuff where I do overnights in portable ice shacks. I'm gonna do one for walleye, do one for trout. I might end up doing a sleeping in an igloo something, because there's not a lot of places that you can go and do ice fishing and sleeping on the ice. So Minnesota is a good one for that. But I want to do a Boundary Waters trip where I make a snow fort and sleep in it and do a couple mile hike out and
That's pretty
really
sweet.
be out there. I think it would be scary, but it would be fun.
That sounds gnarly.
I know a couple of my buddies in college actually used to do it when I was a freshman, and it always just scared the absolute hell out of me. But
stuck with you and appealed, so now you want to go try it.
Right.
That's super cool. And that's kind of what I've liked about your channel, Mav, is when I watch it, you can tell that you're just literally going around and having a good time and enjoying fishing and just filming it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do stuff like that. YouTube's great because I think it's pushing me to do stuff that I normally would be kind of scared to. I'd be oh, I'm comfortable not doing that. It sounds fun, but it also sounds like a thing that could something could go wrong. It could break. My truck could break down. Something could go wrong, and I don't really want to do it. So I think YouTube's good because it kind of gives me a push forward to actually commit to stuff.
Well, what's been your favorite so far trip that you've done? Area or fishing or highlight?
My highlight so far, that's a tough one. I think I have really good memories of the first trip, hanging out in Montana. There's a little town that I found called Craig. There's a town of 28 people. And I ended up
28
yeah,
people.
and it's a fly fishing town, dude. It was pretty
Is that
cool.
a town?
I guess, dude. I stumbled across it just randomly. My buddy actually, Jake, he's got a YouTube channel too. He used to live out there, and he used to go fly fishing from shore and stuff. And he was telling me all these good spots, and I ended up stopping in the town. It was late at night, and I ended up going to the bar and meeting a bartender there, and the dude took me out fishing the next couple days and showed me this sweet spot on the river. I think it was the Madison River. Yeah, the Madison River, and we were just slapping around rainbow trout, and there's huge browns, and it was crazy. I spent a couple days in Montana, and I don't know, that area is really cool.
Yeah. Montana is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I've only been once, but I really want to go back and do a bunch of trout fishing there because it's got some insane trout fishing.
But I was also super heartbroken on the drive down to Northern California because I was in a big rush to go meet up with a fellow YouTuber down there to go collaborate, and I had to drive straight through Oregon. I stayed one night in Oregon, and I got to do some Dungeness crab fishing, or snaring, not fishing. You guys are going to correct me on that, you addicts.
Snaring,
yeah, snaring. So I snared a couple Dungeness, but that was a lot of fun, but I had to skip through the whole state of Oregon, and I was bummed. The whole reason I went West Coast is because I wanted to explore more of Oregon, and I had to drive through all this stuff and the redwoods. And
are you planning, so when you bail from here, or do you think you're gonna kind of cruise down through Oregon, or what are you thinking?
I might spend a little bit of time there. I've got some friends so actually when I came here I spent some time with some buddies in Portland, and then I have another friend that I just found out lives in Portland, so I'm gonna go meet up with him for lunch or something tomorrow. But to be determined if I'm gonna stick around in Oregon for a little bit.
Yeah.
It is pretty rainy right now because of the winter season. I kind of hit it wrong, but maybe I'll go on a hike or something just to kind of decompress after filming 7 videos in a row the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we've been filming some videos.
Yeah.
Which make sure you guys tap subscribe and turn on those bells because we'll have those out probably sometime after this podcast goes live. And don't forget Mav's channel down below because he's going to have some stuff that hopefully features us. We'll see. He might cut us out of every.
You guys are going to have 5 videos on my channel now.
I might be in the background creeping a little bit,
yeah,
eating
right.
some crab.
So Clint and I went razor clamming last night. That's something I've been kind of wanting to do for a while, just have never had the means to, and he showed me the ropes, and we're going to have a video on my channel for sure of doing some razor clam catch and cook.
Was that cool? Did you enjoy that?
It was cool. We met a weird old gentleman last night, and he totally thought we were the DNR. We pull up and you could see his headlamp like kind of just kept going horizontal, like looking right at the truck, and I was just kind of laughing in the truck because I kind of knew what was going on. And Clinton came back and said that there's clams there, and so like we were walking the shores, like trying to find like the little dimples or whatever, and there's just razor clams just on the shores, like little razor clams, and this guy just smelled like a bottle of scotch and a box of Marbreds. Like he was just drunker than sin.
And he was just freaking like not keeping the small ones.
Well, no,
and even in front of us, dude, like he'd like take them out and he'd put them in a big puddle, and he'd like try to cover them with sand, and he'd like stomp them, and like they'd like break the shell. It was ridiculous.
It was bad. Mav ended up. He's like, I have more than my limit, and he threw a bunch out. And Mav was, because I explained to Mav like, whatever you dig, you got to keep, no matter what the size is and stuff. It's the law, right? So Mav was like, all right. So Mav just scooped him up and made him part of his limit or whatever. But when we were walking, he even said when we rolled up. Because, we got to, like, before we got there, it was so foggy.
Yeah.
And we drove, you couldn't see anything. And we just drove north until we found someone. And that's probably why that dude was out there by himself. But it was sketchy. But we kept trying to avoid him and do our own jam. But, it was pretty quick.
You can just murder him just right there at the approach.
Probably should have just called the...
Oh, we tried that. We were looking around. They weren't showing very good there. So we drove up a little further north, and they were showing a lot better. So, we dig one hole, and then there'd be 5 right around. It happened, and if we would have just sat there and not kind of messed around and stuff, we would have
been done
super quick.
Well, you can, if you want to, you can go around and like actually try to target like the bigger dimples and stuff and get the bigger clams.
Yeah,
I've never done it at night. It's such a nightmare at night though with headlamps and stuff. It's so hard, dude.
It was hard to find the dimples even.
Yeah, it was. So we did it really quick and we blasted out of there. But
have you cooked them yet?
I haven't. I got them in my truck yet. I still got to clean them. So I've been kind of a lazy guy today. We went fishing this morning and like. Maybe shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, right. Should have cleaned some clams.
Yeah, should have cleaned some clams.
Well, what's been like your worst experience or your low? Like I saw something on there where you got robbed. I've seen like you went to some sketch like No Law Town or like I don't know. You've done some weird, crazy things like so.
Bad stuff that's happened.
This is going to be a good part of this podcast,
dude. Like honestly, I'm trying to think of something like that's detrimental that's happened. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. This isn't like a bad people thing though. This is like more of a bad play by me. The other like 2 weeks ago, I was camping up in like the mountains with one of my friends, Hannah, and we were like 50 miles away from any town and like any phone service, right? So we're both up in this mountain and like we sleep overnight there. Everything's good. Like we're gonna drive back, and I'm following her. She lives in her van, so like I'm following her out, and my water jug is in my back seat, right? And it's a 7-gallon water jug, so like it's got some weight to it. And my water jug rests on these hefty, what are they called? Like storage containers?
Totes, plastic totes.
The plastic totes. And I have that stuff kind of filled, like with my dry food, like my fishing tackle. I have like a wetsuit in one. So I have like 4 of these in the back, right? And we're going down these like windy roads and up and down like mountains and stuff. And that water jug just decides it like wants to start sliding across the top of these big totes, right? And it's tipping over my totes and it's sliding all the way over to the one side of my truck in the back seat, and then we'll take another corner and it'll slide right into my door. And this thing's plastic, right? It's got 7 gallons of water in it, and it's got like a small little plastic nozzle, okay? So it's like sliding into my door, and you can hear it like crunching when it hits my door. It's like I'm like, oh my, this is not good. So I'm like driving. And I have one hand on the steering wheel, and I'm trying to, like, reach behind my seat and, like, push it because it's, like, stuck, and I can hear it, like, cracking on my door. So I'm, like, trying to push it back so it's, like, not hitting my door. And while I'm doing that, I barely pull my wheel, like, to the right, and I'm still in the mountains. Like, there's rocks on the shoulder. I hit a, like, giant, not a giant, like a, like 2 softball-sized rocks, and my 2 passenger tires just boom, boom, just... leaking air, they're blown. I'm like, I can feel like my truck like jolting and stuff, and so I brake and I stop. And Hannah's right in front of me, and I'm like just embarrassed at this point. I'm like, this girl just totally saw me like hit this rock, like
she probably got out and changed her tires for you, though.
Right? Yeah, no, but no, she keeps driving. She keeps driving. She didn't see anything because she listens to a bunch. She like listens to music and stuff while she's driving. So like, apparently she didn't hear anything, and she just keeps driving. And I watch her like go around this corner, and I'm like, okay, she's gonna turn out, she'll see me. And she goes around the other corner, and then she's just gone. And I'm out there like 30 miles away from any town by myself, no phone service. Like, haven't seen a car this whole drive. Like, this is good. So I just throw the hazards on, and like I go and look at my truck, and my 2 passenger side tires are blown, and my rim on my front tire is completely wrecked. And I'm like, this is not great. So like, I don't know. My first initial thought was to get the spare on. I don't know why, because I had 2 blown tires. I only have 1 spare. And so I was starting to get the spare on, and luckily somebody drove by, ended up telling them what happened. He drove down. There was like a ranger station at the bottom of the mountain, so he told the rangers what happened, and they came up and helped me get my spare on and like take my other tire off, and they told me about like a spot in town where I could go get a replacement tire. So Hannah ended up coming back. We got a replacement tire on my rim that was okay, and then I rode on a spare for actually like 2 weeks before I ended up getting a new set of tires.
Huh.
So it was...
What did Hannah say?
Okay, so this is funny. She thought I was like getting out of my car and like taking pictures or something, because I don't know. She came up and she told me that she was pissed because she thought I was like dicking off on the trail. Basically, she said that she thought I was like, you know, messing around and like parked somewhere and was like taking pictures like the mountain or something. And so she was sitting down there for like what was like 23, 24 minutes.
Just at the bottom of the hill.
So she was sitting there for a while, and like, yeah, she came up and she was like really pissed, and then she saw that my car was broken down. She's like, oh, well, now I feel bad.
Now I feel bad.
Because she was just waiting down there. She was actually like gonna go as far as like leaving, because she was so mad that like she thought I was like staying there and like, you know, holding her back. She was gonna like leave and go to the town that we were gonna plan the meeting in, and was just gonna wait for me. But then she was like, well, he could actually be dead or something, or could have fallen off the cliff.
Yeah, like something could have happened.
Yeah, so luckily she came back, because she was kind of like my saving grace of like getting to town and getting my tire back on. So
nice.
Yeah, the next call AAA on that one.
That's freaking cool. So where did you meet? You just meet her out kind of about?
I met her on Tinder in St. Paul. So
Perfect.
She's actually from Minnesota too. So we met. She was actually a big inspiration of why I started moving, like lived in my truck, like started moving into my truck. So like I had just started doing like my YouTube like truck camping videos. I was sleeping on a cot and stuff, and like I knew I wanted to do a build, but I never like really had like a fire under my ass to like get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So then I met Hannah, and she already lived out of her van full time. So like I was spending a lot of time with her in her van and stuff, and her van's really impressive. Like she bought like a $3,000 Ford Econoline, like old school Econoline,
yeah,
and, like built out the whole thing by herself with like cedar wood and stuff. So I was like really impressed right off the bat. I was like, wow, like I need to do something with my truck. So then we just started talking about it, and then she was like, oh, I have all the tools. Like her dad's a framer, so like he has all these like 6 saws and like, you know, all these fancy drills and stuff. So I went over to their house, and just one day her and I built out my truck. That's
insane.
Yeah.
Did you come up with like you already kind of knew what you wanted in the back, like in it? So what's kind of explain to the people listening what you've kind of done with it?
Yeah, so essentially it's just like, you know, it's just a drawer system underneath the bed. So I have 2 drawers that run side by side that go the full 6.5 feet of my truck bed length. They're running on, I have them on like a plastic, like what you'd use on like decking material. I use like plastic decking, so it'll slide nice on my truck bed liner, because I have like one of those crappy like plastic truck bed liners. So the drawers slide super nice even when they're fully weighted down, but I get like the full storage of my bed, but I can slide them out in drawers. So I have that, and then on top of that, it's surfaced with just some plywood, which is covered with some turf. So I got turf on it. So I ended up doing turf instead of carpet or linoleum. Linoleum's super expensive, and like I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on my build. And then carpet, I feel like would stain and like get gross. So I was like, turf doesn't look bad either. Gives me the placebo effect that I'm like sleeping outside too. It's like I'm in grass.
Nice.
So then so I got turf, and then I have a 4-inch twin mattress. Like it's a foam IKEA mattress. It's just nothing fancy. Gets the job done. And then I have a Dometic fridge in the back. So it's like a fridge / freezer. I think it's like a 40-liter one. Fits like something like 35 to 40 cans of beer or pop for you kids. But it keeps stuff cold. It can get down to like -7 degrees, which is crazy. So I can like freeze stuff if I want. But the only problem is it's not like I can't have a freezer and a fridge. It's just a fridge or freezer. But it's really nice for keeping like fish and like I do a lot of catch and cook, so it's nice to like be able to keep fish for a long time or like cook something and just throw it in there and have like a meal prepped. Yeah.
The truck is pretty tight, so with Hannah doing a van, do you have plans of getting a bigger one of those like cargo vans and doing a build to expand on this and do more, or are you going to stick with the truck?
Yeah, at some point, I'm kind of kicking around the idea of getting a van. The only thing I don't like about a van is that when you're driving in one, or when you're sleeping in one rather, it's like, it's yelling, I'm sleeping in this thing. Like, if you see like a decked out van that's like, 4-wheel drive and has the little vent on the roof and like big wheels and stuff, you're like, oh, somebody's totally sleeping in this. But with my truck, like, it's kind of like that, people don't really know. Like, it just could be a dude driving like a beefed up truck that's, meant for like overland or whatever. Like, it's like a whatever rig.
Yeah, it is pretty stealth. Like, there's no way you could tell if someone was living.
Right. Yeah. So I kind of like that aspect of it, especially because I sleep in like a lot of like suburban neighborhoods and stuff, and I'd feel kind of weird about like having a van out there. But it is super nice. Like, it's kind of a, give and take, because you also get like a lot more headroom and it's a lot more comfortable, because living in a truck is not really super, it's not like a good idea when your environment's not good. So like if I was to stay in the Pacific Northwest and like wanted to live in my truck in the winter, it's obviously not very easy because it's raining all the time, and like I don't have a space where I can cook inside of my truck. So like I either have to eat out all the time and spend time like at public places, or like sleep in my truck. So it's not like super, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
It would be that would be really, really hard.
So, getting a van at some point, yeah, I probably will. But for right now, the truck is pretty.
Well, you need to get Marlon's got what's that new Yakima pull-out like awning on the side of his truck.
Yeah, an awning would be super nice.
Yeah,
that little shade awning.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Something like that.
The problem is I need one that goes over my tailgate, because like I need a work surface. Either that or I need to get like an awning and a table, and then it's tough because it just takes up so much space, like I'm already packed to the brim and I use almost like everything in my truck, or I've used almost everything that's in there.
Yeah, your truck is.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't even hardly fit this stuff unless we put it on his bed, but we didn't want to get his bed also, because we could hardly pack all the stuff that we had out there yesterday with us. So
especially with a passenger, like I'm not used to having passengers, so like my passenger seat usually just becomes like my
storage.
My storage. Like,
my bad.
Yeah, I just like
my
throw
fault.
Everything over there, like my camera bag and like everything. And so like when somebody else is in my truck, I just like throw everything in the back on top of all my stuff that's all organized, and it just gets to be a mess.
So the back, like, how's the back seat put together? Is it just like
it's just lifted up, and then I have a clothing rack back there. So like I basically put like a wooden dowel between my two, like I call them the O bars, the handles that are up top. I have a wooden dowel tied to those. So then I have like a hangers on there, and then in the back, like I said, I have those big hefty bins organized with like dry food, my tackle. I have a wetsuit and like dive gear in one, and then one of my boxes is just like kind of random stuff. I think there's like some stupid like a Tim Hortons apron in there, and like just some stuff from home, some random like stuff.
Tim Hortons though, I like
everyone's
that.
gonna ask this for sure, and I've seen this. I saw this comment a lot on your YouTube. But how do you shower?
How do I shower? Everybody wants to know. I actually don't shower, okay?
I don't shower.
I haven't showered for 4 months. I've been growing like a mold under my armpits.
He would not be allowed to stay at my house.
Actually, the first time I showered was at Marlon's house, so thank you so much. No, guys, I shower like every other day. I have a gym membership to Anytime Fitness. This is by no means a plug to them, but like get a gym membership. Like if you are needing to shower on the road a lot, you don't want to shower at buddies' places, because it is worth the $40 a month. Anytime's nice because it's like everywhere. Like they're coming up in a bunch of different cities, so it just makes it easy. Like
I've never even heard of it. Do we have those out here, Clint?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot, but they're out there.
Most major city, like every major city actually that I've been to has an Anytime, and like they're open any time of the day, so I can go and shower at like 4 a.m. if I want, or like in the middle of the night, or whatever.
Figure that anytime.
Yeah. Anytime, yeah.
Anytime. Huh. But you also, so yesterday when we were out on the beach, you bust out your freaking little hose system and you start spraying off the waiter. So talk about that. What was the vision behind that?
Yeah, so that was what I built before I left on the first trip to California, to Northern California. So at that time I didn't have a gym membership, and I was worried about how I was going to stay clean on the road. And I built it's basically like a 10-foot long PVC pipe. It's 4 inches in diameter. Yeah, holds 10 gallons of water. Anyway, I built it out of PVC, and I put a little air compressor, like a tire valve on it, and then a faucet, so I can hook up a hose to it. And essentially, I built that so I could shower. So, like, my whole, like, first time out here, I'd find, like, places in the wilderness where I could pull off, and I'd put my bathing suit on, or I'd just go, like, in my birthday suit and just hose off.
Take a shower in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and it was usually cold. Like, that water is supposed to heat up in there because I painted it black, like it's supposed to heat up with the sun, but, like, it was still pretty cold.
Ooh, it sounds freaking cold. I wonder if there'd be a way you could, like, get a heater system on it.
You could. I mean, I've seen guys get all crazy with, like, copper piping and all sorts of stuff, but you just gotta ask yourself when it's worth it. I mean, $40 gym membership or that. I mean, it is nice to have now because I can have a fresh water, or pressurized fresh water is, like, often overlooked in your house, and being able to wash dishes and, like, rinse off my waders or, like, my reels or anything while I'm on the road is pretty nice.
Yeah, it was huge. Hey, we went on the beach yesterday, and for anyone out there that goes on the beach, especially in your waders, always make sure you spray off with fresh water.
Oh, yeah.
The salt water will just deteriorate that Gore-Tex. It's not good for it.
Yeah.
Not good for it.
There's probably 10 pounds of sand in your truck. But
oh, yeah, there's a lot of sand going on.
When you were telling your accident story, I thought it was going to end with you reaching and breaking the knob off or your water jug breaking, and I was like, well, you've had a bucket filled with clams and clam water sloshing around with no top on it in the back the whole way home. So
exactly.
It'll be interesting to see what the back of your truck looks like right now.
It probably stinks like something I can't smell anymore.
Yeah.
Does it smell in there?
It might.
Does it smell in there?
I didn't go in it. I went in the back.
No, last night.
Oh, last night?
When we were driving.
Dude, I can't smell. I got a cold.
When we drove there, though, does it smell like anything?
I got a cold. I can't.
Oh, my. All right.
He's afraid to be a jerk.
Yeah. Does it stink in there?
No.
You're such a liar.
Is it?
No. It's going to now, though. I'm almost guaranteed.
Okay. I don't know if I believe him or not
I can tell he's lying. It stinks in your truck. He just doesn't want to tell you.
I have a cold. I don't
know, man. I
can't smell anything.
I might have to get a deep clean going on in there.
No, it's not good. I'm ashamed.
It'll be fine. Just clam juice. It's all good.
Clam juice. No, so I think it does stink in there because it did smell really bad the other day because, so there's 2 reasons. I had sturgeon bait, like the pickled squid, okay? I had a jar of that stuff, and, like, I washed out the jar and stuff or whatever.
Pickled, dude.
Yeah. I was going to use it to, like, hold something in my truck, and, like, I had it, like, sitting in my truck, like, while I parked here for, like, a night or 2. And I went back in my truck. I'm like, what does that smell? And I was like, oh, my God, it's totally that pickled jar. So then I, like, immediately, like, put that in the back. And also my trash bag was sitting in there, and that had, like, pickle juice in it from the squid, from, like, wiping my hands and stuff, because I just got done sturgeon fishing.
Out just listening to this.
So I was like, and then we were in line for, like, Burgerville yesterday, and I, like, just got up and, like, threw my trash out while we were.
Is that your first Burgerville experience?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was nice. So I got the burger today.
The burgers are good.
I got a burger today.
What'd you get? Pepper bacon?
The biggest one, whatever the one.
The Colossal?
Yeah, the Colossal.
Yeah, those are pretty
double. And I got the Chipotle mayo, and I got a large fry, and I just demolished it because I hadn't eaten anything all day.
Dude, Chipotle mayo's next level.
That's what's up. It's good.
Yeah, Burgerville's kind of like a staple on our fishing trips on many occasions.
Oh, dude. I love the rosemary fries and stuff. When they get those.
Rosemary fries?
Yeah.
They do. So the cool thing about Burgerville is they do all these, like, seasonal... these seasonal things. So, like, sometimes they have fried asparagus. Sometimes they have, like, rosemary fries or sweet potato fries or just whatever it is. And they buy it locally from Washington, Oregon.
Oh, so it's like your guys' version of In-N-Out.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's as good as In-N-Out, though.
I'm missing In-N-Out right now. Like, that's honestly the only reason that I stayed 2 months in California. I was
going to say, you don't have those in Minnesota.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
What would be like your favorite fast food place in Minnesota?
Culver's. For burgers, Culver's.
Is that the butter fried place?
Yeah, dude. So good.
I think they cook them in butter, right?
Yeah, it's called a butter burger. The burgers are super thin, and they have, like, a crust on them from being, like, made in butter.
Yeah, like,
so good. You can get, like, double bacon.
I have to get one.
Yeah, you gotta go. They got crinkle fries. Like, they're fat crinkle fries. They're super good.
And they got, like, custard, right? No,
custard, yeah. They're known for their ice cream and their custard. Well, yeah, it's technically
I think we have a Culver's here.
You might.
Bull.
Yeah,
I think so. Isn't there one like on Fourth Plane? What is that on?
I don't know.
We'll have to look it up.
We might. But
Clint, you're just making stuff up.
Am I? Well, we definitely don't have Tim Hortons. I can tell you that
Timmy
much.
Hortons.
We got Tim Hortons in Canada, not
Timmy's. We don't even have Timmy's. They won't let us have Timmy's in Minnesota.
Tim Hortons. It's a staple in Canada. That and hockey.
They have burgers or what?
No, it's like coffee and donuts. And,
no, they got paninis and stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess, but they're known for their coffee and their donuts.
Are their donuts good?
Yeah, their donuts.
Dude, they ain't no Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme's what's up? I actually just got some. They can't, dude. Some kid just got busted for selling donuts in Minnesota from Iowa from Krispy Kreme because we don't have any Krispy Kremes in Minnesota.
Was that the guy that would buy like 100 boxes every
250 boxes and he'd drive up and sell them?
Why do you get? What's wrong with that?
Krispy Kreme was pissed. They were like, "You were taken away from like the people that are supposed to come down here for fundraisers."
But I think
they had an oh shit because they like everybody gave him a bunch of flack. It blew up, dude.
It blew up on the internet, and then they changed their tunes, and now they're allowing him to buy the donuts to resell because he's paying for college with it.
That's his freaking dude. That's American dream right there.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just so funny that like it just took people getting mad about it on social media for them to be like, oh, wait, yeah, that is the right thing to do.
Yeah, dude, that is messed up. Like, respect the kid's hustle.
Yeah, he was picking up 250 boxes of donuts and selling them out of his truck.
Well, that's crazy. That's so true. So, little, probably not very widely known fact out there in the addicts universe is I used to work at Krispy Kreme. It was one of my first jobs.
No way.
Oh. And I started working at Krispy Kreme. I started out just like the normal little employee. Then I moved into production where I was making donuts. Then I moved into manager. Then I became like a store manager.
No way. So you're like in Krispy Kreme though. So like you were in it.
I was in it.
Yeah.
Dude. I worked for 2.5 years.
That's awesome.
2.5 years. When I left, I was a manager. I just was tired of. I was making like really good money, and it was cool being a manager and stuff. But I just was over like working at a donut shop.
I mean, I can
straight to the top.
Yeah, straight to the top.
Marlon moves up. He's highly motivated.
Yeah, 2.5 years.
Successful.
2.5 years. I went to manager, but that's not what the funny part of the story was. The funny part of the story was when we opened that store because I was part of opening the whole store. Dude, for days and days on end, it was like lines out the door, dude. Cars out the freaking streets, like the most nuts thing I'd ever seen, dude. People would do the things people would do for a free freaking donut.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point, you know, is they turn the hot light on, you get a free donut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what, dude, those donuts are next level.
I mean, they're good. I mean, no doubt they're good. They're very uniform. They're good. They're delicious.
Just the OG one. What is it? The sour? Is it the sour cream or the cream?
The sour cream's OG. Yeah,
that's a good one.
That one's really good.
I remember
all their cake ones are bomb.
So we used to have a Culver's, we used to have a Krispy Kreme in Minnesota, and I remember going there when I was like 4 years old, and I was just always in awe when they were like glazing the donuts.
Yeah, well, it's cool. You get to watch the production process. Yeah. It's a genius marketing ploy.
Of donuts.
Yeah,
and you get to sit there and smell it too. It's like you're gonna definitely buy a box if you walk in there and smell it.
And I was anal about like they're really anal about like keeping their oil cleaned and making sure everything's like dialed, like, and that's like part of being a manager there is like you got to make sure that because it's just super important to keep the quality good. They were like anal as heck about that.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's what made them so bomb. But I don't know why the hell we're talking about Krispy Kreme
donuts. All the addicts out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but the closest Culver's is actually 15 hours away. It's 1,000 miles, so it's got to be in the Midwest. So I don't think there's one here.
Yeah,
unfortunately. But
Clint.
Next time you're close to North Dakota, Minnesota, or Wisconsin, I think they're in Illinois too. Just give it a good look or taste.
Maybe we'll just fly. If you're down there in December, we'll just have to fly out and eat a freaking Culver's burger.
Come do some ice fishing.
We gotta definitely
take some. I want to go steelhead fishing out there.
Oh yeah, Brule River in Wisconsin. That's where you want to go for steelhead out there. Go up and you want to do that in the spring though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got the not real steelhead. The Lake Superior run steelies. They get to be, I've known people that have caught 25 inchers, like 10, 11 pounders out of there, but nothing super giant.
No. But the thing about the Midwest steelhead is they get numbers in a lot of those rivers.
Yeah, I mean, I know buddies that'll go out there and they've had, they're talking about 30 fish weekends. 30 fish weekends.
So we don't get that here as much anymore. There are streams that are target-rich environments, but in most areas in the Pacific Northwest, if you go out and you hook 5 or 6 steelhead in a weekend, you did good.
Yeah, I mean, you're working with stuff that's between 10 inches all the way up to 30, but for the most part, they're that 20-inch range.
Yeah.
What's the next big goal? What is the next big thing you're going to do to take it to the next level?
I just want to knock out this winter camping stuff. That's the big thing that's been burning a hole in my mind right now. I've been thinking about it like ever since I started my YouTube channel. So that was last winter. I've been thinking about it, and now I finally I'm just gonna do it. But then after that, I think I want to do some more saltwater stuff. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I might be going to Costa Rica here in February or something. So
Sweet.
One of my buddies is going to live out there for a month, so I might go join him out there for a little bit, see what's up there, and yeah, I don't know. I'm taking it day by day, but I feel like I'm learning stuff as I go.
Yeah, it's cool, and I think that's what's cool about going in all these different areas too, and fishing with different anglers is you're picking up new skills along the way everywhere you go, and learning about new species that helps you just become a better fisherman along the way.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's super, super cool. We are going to be doing some trips too coming up. One of my goals this summer for sure, I've been wanting to catch an alligator gar, one of those big giant monster ones.
That'd be sweet.
So I'm going to do that this summer for sure.
Heck yeah.
But I don't really know what else we're going to do. Clint, what are you doing?
Whatever you tell me to do. I don't know. Editing podcasts and filming live feeds. Living the dream.
Yeah,
living the dream.
Heck yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. It was fun having Mav in the Northwest. Do not forget about all these videos we got coming out. So make sure you go over and subscribe to his channel. We'll put a link down below. Do not forget also, leave us a review. If you're on iTunes or Spotify or any of those platforms, please, it helps us a lot if you guys just leave us a review. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the river.
Later, guys.
See ya.